Hi guys, I'm Muskan and I have an exciting news to share. I'll be joining MDI Gurgaon for the PGDM course for the session 2024 to 26 and I'm really happy about it. And the whole journey was a very roller coaster ride for me, especially the interview process. It messes with your mind. So I thought, why not share this journey with you? Before that, let me introduce myself. I was born and brought up in Delhi. I've done BCom honors and I have some experience in the leather manufacturing industry. So let me start. So on 2nd of February, I got this mail and I was like literally on cloud nine. It, and like my interview was scheduled for 23rd, and I was really happy about it. But soon after that, feeling the interview jitters settled in, and I was really anxious. I was like, I have to convert this. This is one of my best calls. I have to do this, and I had two interviews scheduled before this interview, and I also had the help from the Rodha preparation program. So all that really helped me with the conversion. So let me share my. So on 23rd, since I had some time, I relaxed a bit before booking a cab, and I reached on time. We were asked to wait for over an hour in a room, after which we were divided into three groups and we were taken into this room where our GD would take place. There were 7 people and I think 2-3 were absent, and soon, like 5 minutes after that, our 2 panel members entered the room. One, let's say P1, she was a young female professor and she seemed a little serious, and P2, he was a little bit older in age but he seemed more happy and chill. So he was a male professor and he was smiling and greeted us. They gave us the topic fast-paced life or work-life balance. Gave us around about 5 minutes to think about it, and then we discussed on this topic for over 20 minutes, after which they asked us to conclude. The GD went pretty well. It was well structured. No one was shouting or fighting. It went in a very good flow. Everyone got the chance to speak. Majorly people were leaning towards work-life balance, and I was leaning towards fast-paced life, and we had a good discussion. So that was it for the GD. After that, the interview started right away. I was third in line for the interview, and as I was anxiously waiting, like people were talking around me, and I was like, I don't know how this is gonna go. So I was really nervous. But as I entered the room, the interview room, when my turn came in, P2 greeted me and asked me to sit, and P1 started with the questions. She did not ask me anything about the introduction or something. She directly asked me, so Muskan, tell me about your work experience, which I did. After that, she asked me that what we could do to differentiate real leather from the fake leather if she was in a store. So I was able to answer that, and after that she asked me a recent news about ICICI Bank, which I was not aware of. So I said, sorry ma'am, I'm not sure, I'll have to check this. And she moved on, so I'm really happy she did not grill me on it or something. After that, she asked me, Muskan, can you speak 2 minutes about a global news? And I did talk about Israel and Hamas conflict or war at that time, but I do think I could have given a better answer. So I think I should have prepared a good answer for this. So something to take notes on. After that, she asked me what my CAT percentile was, how my GD performance was. She wanted me to rate myself in the GD. So I think she was really checking my self-awareness and what calls I had, she asked me. And all this while, P2 was silent. He was silently observing my answers, and that was about P1. And then she was like, okay, I'm done. P2, please take over. So P2's first question was, since Muskan, you have mentioned about the manufacturing industry, what are the challenges that the manufacturing industry is facing right now? So I was talking about it. I gave them 2-3 reasons. Then he asked me a follow-up question that why are they struggling after COVID, like post-COVID? So after that, I was also able to answer that. I gave them a satisfactory answer. I knew he was satisfied with the answer. He moved on. He was like, "Okay, Muskan, do you think the unemployment problem is there? Is it real?" And I was not sure what to say, but I started answering that yes, it is, but we need to upgrade, upscale ourselves. I was going towards that line, but he stopped me and he was like, "Oh, are you trying to say that the unemployment problem is not real?" And I got a little scared because I was not trying to say that. So I defended myself. I said, "No, sir, I'm not trying to say that. I am trying to say that the problem is real, and the problem is like we don't even have enough work or enough jobs for it according to an economic theory." So we went into that discussion, and after a few follow-up questions, he was satisfied with that. Then he asked me, "Okay, Muskan, if you were in a government panel to combat unemployment, what would you suggest?" I know this is a question, this is a deep question. You can't answer that in just an interview, but try it. So I took a minute to think about this, and I gave them an answer. I am not very satisfied with that answer. I think I could have said something better, but I think it was more about coming up with an answer at that time because that this question is actually very deep, so I could not have actually come up with a really good solution in 2 minutes. But okay, and then we moved on. He asked me, "Do you know about DPI, that is Digital Public Infrastructure?" And with that, the conversation went into UPI and what countries UPI was in. I was able to give 2-3 countries, but I was not able to give all the countries. After that, he asked me, "Okay, Muskan, what is the government doing for the manufacturing industry right now?" So I gave him that PLI schemes, Udyam portal. So with that answer, he was like, okay, he seemed satisfied, and he was like, "Okay, Muskan, do you have any questions for us?" And I had not prepared a question. I should have. But I asked them a very generic question. They responded and they asked me to leave them. So that was it. I had a very good experience because even though there were a lot of questions that I was not able to answer or I said I don't know, the interview flow was still more conversational, more easy. So my mood was really not anxious at that time. As I walked out of the room, it was like say around about 7 o'clock, and I think there was there was a farewell going on in the college, and students were roaming around and writing on the shirts, and all of that was happening, and it all seemed so exciting that I was like, I wish I want to join this college. And there was DJ going on. It was just very amazing experience. The whole infrastructure and everything was also really good. Yeah, that was my experience. After that, I went into this Tibetan restaurant to eat, and that was about my journey. I had a really good time sharing it with you. Bye bye.